Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Aegean Lifestyle Stories. Today it's almost end of November, but the weather is crazy this year. It's 26 today. Maybe I should go swimming or something like that. I don't know today. But uh, yesterday I was just checking my files on my computer and I just noticed that a month ago, actually, I did a project for you guys to share with you. And I forgot to do that because I have to work with some software projects in South Africa. So today I'm going to go back to my office and edit that video, that project, and will share with you guys. And I'm absolutely sure that you're going to love it because it is really something very interesting. So, just to tell you what it is about, I actually like historical figures like Napoleon or Isaac Newton and Alexander the Great and Martin Luther, and there are a lot of different guys in history that shaped the civilization. And I like those guys, and I like to read about those guys. And today I'm going to share you a project that I did for you guys. It's about Alexander the Great. As you know, he started from Pella, where he was living, and with 40,000 people in his army, he went all the way to India and conquered uh, back then known world. So we're going to be following the footsteps of Alexander the Great, starting from Pella. Of course, this is going to be part one. It's a long journey. It's about 10 years. So we're going to start from Pella and we'll go all the way to Egypt as part one. And we're going to be doing this on 3D map with some animation character acting as Alexander the Great. And we will be following him, and we will be visiting all the sites, all the battlegrounds, and all the interesting cities on the way. And we will talk about those cities. So it's going to be really good. I enjoyed it a lot. So I hope you guys will like it too. So let's go back to my office and then I will edit that video for you guys and share with you. Stick with me because we're going to learn a lot, and it's not a boring video, by the way. I really liked it too much making it, so I'm definitely sure that you guys will like it too, okay? So let's do it. Okay, as I said before, we are in my office, and we're going to go from Pella to all the way to India, but not today. Today, as part one, we will start from Pella, and we will go all the way down to Memphis in Egypt. And then this will be part one, but we're going to be going through a lot of different cities and ancient cities and battlegrounds. So let's start. So first, I guess I should mention that I wrote this program, and this is the roughly the area that we're going to be traveling through. So we will start from Greece. We will get into modern day Turkey, Asia Minor. We will go through Aegean coastline and then Mediterranean. And then through the Middle East, we will go to Memphis. And also, we got some places to visit in Sahara. So, I wrote this program. If you guys are interested in stuff like this, I have the link in my GitHub repo, so you can download from there and use if you need to do something like this for different purposes. Let's assume that this is our guy, Alexander the Great. Of course, I'm sure he's not wearing something like this, but anyway, this is the model that we're going to be walking with. And let's start from Pella and see where we go. But I guess before we start from Pella, we should talk about why we started from Pella. Pella is the capital city of back then Macedonian Empire, and also the birthplace of Alexander the Great. Actually, if you check today, Pella, it's a small town, as I know from Google Maps Street View. And it's just a normal small town. It's a beautiful small town, but there are a lot of ancient remains next to town. You can check from Google Street View. And Pella is one of the most important ancient cities, and there are a lot of palaces with really nice mosaics and things like that. So if you're interested in stuff like this, that's an interesting place to visit. And we will start from Pella, and we will go to our next destination. So let's start walking. Also, we have a small stat section here that it shows number of kilometers we will be covering, and also human steps, number of steps that will be taken. So let's talk about the army. Alexander the Great actually formed an army about 40,000 people, but not mostly on horses, mostly on foot. So they were actually walking like this guy. So that's why it's important number of steps. We want to know how many steps they covered all the way to India. And they got about this 40,000 people. They are well trained and well focused for the purpose. So they start from Pella, and the first stop actually is not a battleground. So they're going to go and visit someone at some ancient city. And that someone is Achilles, one of the important figures in Greek mythology and Greek history also. You guys most probably know Trojan War and Troy from many movies. And Alexander the Great, his first stop is not a battleground, but the ancient city of Troy. So he's going to go there and visit Achilles, because Achilles' graveyard is in Troy. Troy is in today's modern-day Turkey, and It's one of the most important ancient cities, actually, in history, and it's on a small hill. And this flat valley is actually filled with rivers. In ancient times, Troy was next to seashore, and they got a good harbor. Most of the ships from different parts of the Mediterranean and Aegean region were staying here. And when the winds start blowing from north to south, they were sailing, and they were carrying all the goods coming from Far East to all the regions in Asia, and also Aegean region, and also in Mediterranean. So this is one of the important ancient city. But the main purpose of visiting here is, of course, to visit Achilles, because Alexander the Great was honoring Greek history and Greek culture. And that's why he came here with 40,000 people. So after visiting Troy, he will go to next location. So let's go and where we end up with, we'll see. Okay, from Troy, Alexander the Great actually had a lot of different spies all over the place in Asia Minor and in this region. And he informed that Persian army was actually coming close to him. Instead of escaping, he said, okay, we're going to go and get these guys. And two army is actually confronted in this place in modern-day Turkey, in Granicus River. And this is the river, actually. It is not far from Troy, by the way. I have been in this place many times. We were there for fishing, actually. And back then, I didn't know that this was the place that Alexander the Great was fighting with Persian army. Persian army was about actually double the size of Greek army, but in Persian territory there were a lot of different nationalities. So Persian army was just a collection of different nationalities, including Greek people. So they were not well focused, I guess, and also not very well trained, most probably. So Greek army, as soon as they arrived to this river bank, they attacked, and Persian army was just completely crushed. And they were all over the place, and they escaped. But Alexander the Great was really mad about Greek people in Persian army, and he ordered one interesting stuff here. He ordered to catch all those Greek army stuff in Persian army, and he killed all of them. So he was so mad that they were fighting for the Persian army. So that's one interesting fighting happened on the banks of this small river. And from the victory in this region, Alexander the Great was planning to go to his next location and see where we go from here. Okay, if you're fighting with a big empire like Persian Empire, Uh, I guess the first thing you would like to do is to actually cut their monetary sources so that they will not be funded in time. So his next stop is one of the another important city, and that city is Sardis. If you're interested in history, you would know that Sardis is the first city in history that minted gold money. So it's actually next to a mountain range, and there were a lot of rivers, and rivers were full of gold. So they got a lot of gold in this region. So Sardis is a beautiful ancient city. I have been there many times. I'm interested in history, things like this. I would also advise you to visit. It's a beautiful ancient city, and he came here. But of course, the city was governed by then by Persian satraps and with Persian people. But the people living in this city were not happy about this. So nobody actually was fighting against Alexander the Great, since most probably they heard that what happened in Granicus River. So actually, nothing happened here. People welcomed Alexander the Great, and Alexander the Great actually put a guy as a governor, one of his good men, to this city, and then he moved to next location. And also, maybe I should mention, if you have 40,000 people following you for 10 years, you should have a good funding for all these years. And the city is like this, and which has a lot of golds and resources. And they welcomed Alexander the Great and financed his journey all the way to India from city to city. So Sardis is number one, and from Sardis, let's see where we go. Okay, from Sardis, after securing Sardis, Alexander the Great moved down to shoreline, and he went all the way down to one of the most also important city in history, Ephesus. So Ephesus is the next city. I don't know if I have to tell you where Ephesus or what is important about this city. It's I guess one of the most important and famous city in historical sites. It's excellent and wonderful city, and he came here. And just like Sardis, they welcomed Alexander the Great. He stayed here, I guess, 3 months or so, and they welcomed. And back then, also, Ephesus was governed by Persian people. But then, of course, they escaped, and Alexander the Great put another Greek guy to govern the city. So after securing here and getting some bread, I guess, he moved to his next location. So people in Ephesus also welcomed Alexander the Great, and all, by the way, all these cities are Ionian League cities, so they are all Greek cities actually. So They were governed by Persian satraps and Persian people, but the population was Greek, so people welcomed Alexander the Great as a liberator, so there was no problem here. So from Ephesus, let's see where we go. Okay, from Ephesus, our next stop is another small but very important city. It is the city of Priene. It's on the bank of Meander River, big Meander River in today's Turkey. And this city is so beautiful, by the way. It's all crossroads and well organized, very good structures. And as you might know, there are a lot of thinkers and philosophers and famous guys from this city. It's on the hills of a mountain, and it's beautiful views, and it's just a very good place to live. And also, just like other Greek cities, Alexander the Great welcomed here. And then after securing this city also, he moved to another place. But this time we're going to get into some troubles, I guess. And let's move on to next city. Okay, from Priene, we moved down to another famous city, Miletus. Miletus is an important city because Persian army naval forces were here. Miletus was actually on the seashore line. They had a very good harbor, but Meander River actually silted out this area, and now it's about 2 miles away from shoreline. But this is another important city. But here, Persian army has a lot of forces ready to use, and they were actually trying to save the naval forces here. And they got into some troubles, some fightings here, but in a couple of weeks, they all destroyed, and the city was captured. And again, this is another Ionian city, Ionian Lake city, Greek city. So Alexander the Great secured the city, and then he moved to another city. But I guess at this point I should mention that he is following the shoreline because he wants to make sure that he cleans the Aegean region first, because Persians were controlling all the tradings and all the trading cities along the coast for the Aegean region and also for the Mediterranean. And Miletus was one of the cities back then for trading and also for military naval forces. So let's see where we go from Miletus. Okay, after Miletus, he moved down through the coastal lines. He moved down to another city, which is also famous. All the ancient cities actually are really famous. Everybody knows, I guess, these cities. And this city is Halicarnassus, modern day Turkey, Bodrum. If you are in Turkey, or if you are visiting Turkey as a tourist, you would most probably know the city. It's another beautiful place, hot, beautiful place. And this city has a really good, very nicely fortified, and it's not easy to get into this city. But Persian army was there, and they confronted with Greek army. So they got into some fighting here in Halicarnassus. But of course, I guess you should be crazy if you, after you see what happened in Granicus river, he destroyed about double-size army. You would be crazy to fight this guy. He's so determined, and his army is so focused and well-trained. You're not going to be able to fight this guy easily. So there's no mental thinking that you can get this guy in a battleground. But they tried, but of course they got into the castle and they got the city, and they destroyed Persian army here. They skirted, because this is another important city controlling the trade in Aegean Sea, and also with the Asia Minor trading from Far East. These are the cities that were controlling all the trading. So from Halicarnassus, after securing the city, he moved to another city, and let's see where we go from here. Okay, from here we have a long journey to our next destination. Let me see my microphone. I don't want to lose my microphone. From Halicarnassus, he is going now. He's secured all the Aegean region and all the cities. He is moving to Mediterranean. So his next stop is one of the also trading cities for the Mediterranean Sea and Mediterranean region. It's called Side. It's very close to modern-day Turkey city Antalya. Most probably, if you guys are interested in Turkey and come here, you would know that Antalya is one of the tourist attraction place. And he moved to that city. That city was also one of the important city controlling, as I said. And of course, after hearing what happened in Granicus and all the other Miletus and also Halicarnassus, you would really be crazy to fight with this guy. So inside, actually nothing happened. And also people here, they were really happy to see Alexander the Great. And they just welcomed him as liberator. And after securing this city, Alexander the Great moved to another city, which is an interesting stories we have there. We will go there. So we secured this first Mediterranean city here. Let's see where we go from here. Oh, okay. After securing the city, Alexander the Great, he's a clever guy, by the way. He's really crazy clever guy. He moved inward. He is now going to a city called Gordium. And Gordium is one of the important cities in inner part of Asia Minor, because it's one of the trade controlling cities in inner land, because all trading caravans coming from Far East is coming through the routes in this city and going to Aegean and Mediterranean region. And Asia Minor actually is the main route for this trading. And he went up to Gordium. And also, there's a story with the Gordium. The story goes like this. There was an oracle there, and he was saying that there is a knot there. Whoever unties this knot will be the ruler of this whole world, known world. But of course, nobody was able to untie this knot. And Alexander the Great went there, and he got his sword and he cut the knot and untie it. And that's the story, but that's a nice story, but I think it's just a story to make this thing is more attractive. Alexander the Great. I don't think that nobody was actually thinking about cutting it before, and Alexander the Great was just the most clever guy. I don't think so. But that's a nice story to put into this whole journey. So after skewering Gordium, there's no fighting here. You should, as I said, you should be crazy to fight with this guy. He is so determined and well focused. You're not going to be able to fight with this guy in any battleground. And he proved that for 10 years. So don't try it. So from Gordium, he also moved to a nearby city in inner part, today's Ankara in Turkey. It's the old name, ancient name is also Ankara or something like that. I may be mispronouncing. And he went there also, he secured this old city too, because these are the cities that actually controlling the inner tradings in Asia Minor. And this city is also well fortified, so they had a good castle there, and it's not easy to get in there, and it's you should be as I said, crazy to fight with this guy. Most probably, they just welcomed Alexander the Great, and nothing much happened. I have been there actually a couple of times, and there are some caves on this hill, guys. And with some of my friends, we actually tried to get into these caves about 20 years ago. And as they say, the caves were going all the way up to this hill into the castle. So we tried many times, but after going through this cave, 10 minutes or so, the air inside was too bad. So we were so afraid, so we just came out and we decided not to do it. But they were saying that there were some roads inside this mountain that you could just go up into the castle. We tried, but we failed. We didn't do it. Okay, after securing this city also, Alexander the Great, after securing the inner part of Asia Minor and all the trading routes, he moved to where? Let's see. Oh, okay. From Ankara, he is now moving to south to his main destination. He is moving down to Mediterranean coastline. But there is one another important place there that he has to secure, and that place is what is called Sicilian Gate. And if you are traveling from inner part of Asia Minor to the coastal line of Mediterranean, you have to pass through this gorge, actually, because there are a lot of mountains parallel to the shorelines in south part of Turkey, and you have to go through this passage. And this passage, there were a lot of gangs, and there are a lot of crazy people there. They were just robbing whoever passes through this gate, all the caravans and old-time stories. So, as I said, he's a clever guy. His next stop was this gorge, and he actually put some army stuff there, and he secured this area because this is the gorge that you can only pass if you're from coming from inner part of Asia Minor and going to Mediterranean coastline. This is the today's modern day road. And this is the gorge actually you have to go through, and he secured this place, which is also very clever because your army and also the people traveling in your empire should feel safe. Otherwise, no one will do any trading. If you don't feel yourself safe, you don't put your money into that country, right? Okay, this is the gorge that you have to go through. This is the place. So from here, he moved down to another important city, and that city is Tarsus. Tarsus is also, most of you guys most probably know, is the birthplace of St. Paul. And it is another important city that was actually controlling the trading in Mediterranean. And he had to also get the city and make sure that it's governed by his own people. So he came here, but he was almost dead here, not in a battleground, but it was too hot on those days, and he got into a river. There's a river here. He got into river, and he got some sickness from river, or he got cold, or I don't know the details. If you're is interested, you can read it in Wikipedia. He got sick, and he was actually sick about 10 or 20 days or something like that, really bad. And he stayed here, got well again, and then he moved to his own real destination that we're going to be going. So let's see where we go from here. Of course, while he was visiting all these places, I'm sure that Persian army was not also saying, okay, we're just gonna let this guy do whatever he wants to do in our country, in our Persia country, Persia Empire. And Persian Empire himself was king, was himself got more than 100,000 people, and he decided to end this guy here in this Issus, in this area. It's about very close to an ancient city of Antioch, if you guys know. It's one of the important places in Christianity. And this is the river, and Persian army and also the king himself came here on the river bank with more than 100,000 people. And of course, we got 40,000 people in in Greek army. And they confronted here in this valley. And as I said before, you should be really crazy to fight with this guy. And after the battle started, of course, Persian army got into trouble, and Persian king escaped. I don't know. This guy, Alexander the Great, he is not actually just sitting at the back. He is right up the front, fighting. Many times got into wound many times, and he was almost killed many times. But he was just right at the front and fighting. But Persian king was Darius, I guess, his name, if I'm not misspelling his name. He was just at the back, and he saw what is happening, and he decided to escape. So this was actually, I guess, the end of Persian Empire. This is the place where Persian Empire ended. We can say that, I guess. And this, the Battle of Issus, is the end for the Persian Empire. Because from here, as I said before, he was planning to secure Egypt, so he was planning to go down to Egypt. So he's going to go from Middle East to Egypt, and we will go there. So let's finish this battle and go down. Oh, by the way, after the battles, Alexander the Great established a city with his name right at there, and today it's called Iskenderun, which means Alexandria. And this is the first city with his name, and if I'm not wrong, 11 or 12 cities with the name of Alexandria he formed in 10 years from Pella to India. So this is the first city that he established. We will get some places, and we will get some other cities with the same name, Alexandria. So he moved through the coastal line, and he is moving down to Memphis, but on the road there are a lot of important cities also in Middle East coastline. And the first stop is one of the oldest city in world history, Babylon. This is the city, one of the oldest city in history, as far as I know. This is the oldest city, and it has a harbor, and it has all the things that traders need, and they were controlling all the tradings for Mediterranean. So he secured the city. Oh, by the way, these cities are not Ionian Lake cities anymore. These cities are Phoenician cities. And this city is the first city that was actually controlling on the north, controlling the Mediterranean tradings. So after securing this city, Alexander the Great moved to another city, and he was just planning to actually make sure that all the cities along the coastal line that were controlling the Mediterranean region were loyal to his majesty. So he was just trying to make sure that no one escaped. So Sidon is the next city. This ancient city has a good harbor, and all the goods coming from forest was controlled by the city, and all the trading ships were staying here, and all the Mediterranean region. This one was one of the important place. So Sidon is an important city here, and of course, I'm sure that they heard what happened in Granicus and Miletus, Halicarnassus, Ephesus, and all that other cities. They all enjoyed Alexander the Great. Nothing happened here. They were happy to have Alexander the Great. They saw him as a liberator, as I said. So there was no problem here. And after securing the city, he moved down or further to south. And let's see where we go. Okay. Oh my God. Trouble City. Okay, this is another important city in world history, Tyre. Tyre is another, as I said, important city. The purple color actually comes from this city. The first time they discovered purple color is from this city. And this city is famous for its trading of all the dyes for purple color, because in ancient times, you're not allowed to use purple. Only city officials and great people and kings and big traders and important people only allowed to use purple color. If you are an ordinary guy, you cannot wear something purple. It's not allowed. Purple color is important. And the main source of purple color is this city. This city is really important in world history. This city was actually an island back then. And when they come here, Alexander the Great saw that it's going to be a little bit hard to get the city. Persian army was there also. They were planning to defend the city. It's well fortified, and the castle is really good and all that stuff. So Alexander the Great actually spent 6 months filling up this space here. He was on the mainland, and this is an island. So he filled up this space with dirt and soil, and he created a mall and a road. And after 6 months, they of course conquered the city, and they got, but he was so mad. He got the governor of the city tied to a chariot, and just like what they did in Troy to Hector, they dragged his body in the city just to make sure that everybody understand that this guy is crazy and you're not allowed to fight with this guy. He's just too much. And he showed his ability to show. Oh, by the way, I should also mention that uh, when he was 7 in Pella, his father was taking him to wars. He was just a small kid, but he was going to war and he was just seeing, oh my God, wind is too much. His father was taking his son to wars, and he was learning how to fight, how to kill, and how to manage soldiers and things like that. So if you learn all this stuff at 7, now he's 22, 23, you would just get the whole world, known world. So Tyre was another point, another important city in Mediterranean, and he secured the city. And then I guess from Tyre, he will be good to go to Memphis, I guess. And let's see where we go from here. Okay, our next stop after Tyre is not, if I'm not wrong, is not Memphis. Actually, we're going to be stopping in one more place, which is a sad place nowadays, unfortunately. It is the city of Gaza. It's another important city in history. And this Gaza was also well fortified, and it's with its harbor and uh, its castle. It was actually planning to confront Greek army, but it didn't take a long time to get the city. Persian army there destroyed. They got the city, and he secured everybody there. And as I said before, these are not Ionian League Greek cities. These are all Phoenician cities. They are all controlling the coastal line of Mediterranean, east part of Mediterranean. So Gaza was the last stop that he had to secure. So after securing this city, he moved down to his next next stop, and next stop is of course Memphis. Memphis, of course, back then is the capital of Egyptian people, but Egyptian back then was not like in ancient times, pharaohs, and they were the greatest empire and things like that. Because if you're interested in history, with Hittites from Asia Minor, they got into trouble a lot and they got weak, and now Egyptian territory is governed by Persian people. So they're not, there is no pharaoh at this time here. So actually, they welcomed Alexander the Great, and they were happy to get rid of all these Persian governors. Actually, the problem with the Persian Empire was the fact that they were actually taxing people a lot. So if you're paying too much taxes in any country, you would not want to do any trading or want to live there, because if there's any other options, of course. So they were not happy with Persian people and governors. So Memphis was the capital city of Egypt back then. And after securing the capital city, actually he moved to another location, which is the second Alexandria. After the Battle of Issus, he established his first city, now on the coastal line of Nile Delta. He established his second Alexandria, and it's still Alexandria in Egypt. So he went there and he established the city, and Alexandria became very famous in history also, you know. And of course, he was not coming here with this 40,000 people army. Army was in Memphis, they were staying there. But most probably he came here with his some generals and a small part of his army just hanging with Alexander the Great, I guess. So after establishing the city, he actually moved all the way to western part of Africa, and now we are going into the desert of Sahara, which is one of the biggest desert in this planet. And he moved through the coastal line. He moved to that city. Let's close this guy. So throughout this coastal line, he moved to another city up on the coastal line. As I said before, there was no fighting, nothing here. The purpose is something else. I'm going to tell you guys in a minute. So after visiting this ancient city in the Sahara shoreline, actually, now we're in the desert because this is Africa, and he visited this old city, and I'm sure they welcomed Alexander the Great. I'm sure that they all heard whatever happened throughout all the cities we were going through. And after visiting this city, he went to his real reason why he's coming and going through this hot place in Sahara. And he moved down to the middle of Sahara desert, and there we have this oracle. I don't know if this is real or not, if this is something like the Gordium nut stuff, the story. But here, something interesting happened. He visited this oracle in the middle of this Sahara. They got this oasis here. And he visited this space, and oracle told him that he is the son of Zeus. I guess this is a really important part of this whole story, because now we have a divine connection. We are not normal human anymore. Alexander the Great is not normal human anymore. He is divine. So oracle here, priest, told him that he is the son of Zeus. So now he has the power of divine. So he got this title, I guess. And as my belief, I guess he did it on purpose, because if 40,000 people is following you, and if you don't attach something divine to your goal, you're not going to be able to get those 40,000 people come with you all the way from Pella to 20,000 miles away from India. So he got his divine title here from oracles, and from this oasis, he actually traveled through the Sahara back to Memphis, and Memphis is our last stop for this part, because it's almost 1 hour video. I guess we will cover next part 2 and part 3 most probably. But as part 1, I guess this is enough. So he got this divine purpose here also, divine connections. And he secured Aegean region, Mediterranean region, and Egypt. Because if you were planning to fight with the main inland Persian army and with Persian people, they were living in Persian area for 5,000 years. If you're going to fight them and get their lands, you have to secure first backyard. So this is actually what he did. He secured all the Aegean region, and then Mediterranean, and then the Egypt. Now he can move into the inner part, into the main part of the Persian Empire. And he's going to do some crazy stuff. I don't know if I have to tell you guys here, but I will tell you. After the Battle of Issus, Persian generals and Persian king actually escaped into the inner land. But they heard that Alexander the Great was following him, and Persian generals, they decided to kill the Persian king, Darius, and they killed him, and they put him on the way that Alexander the Great will pass, hoping that after he saw his dead body, he will stop and go back to Pella. But that didn't happen, and Alexander the Great got mad really about this, and he carried Persian king dead body all the way to Persian capital, and he said that kings should be honored and buried in their mainland in capital cities. And he did that, and he was really mad about all these generals killing his main enemy, but he honored the guy, and he carried his dead body all the way to Persepolis, the capital city of Persia back then. And his graveyard is there today also. And that's another story we will cover also there. So this is the end for part 1, guys. I hope you guys enjoy, because I enjoy doing this stuff. And if you guys like stories like this, and Aegean region and the region around here, You can subscribe to my channel if you like, or if you have any question, and if I know the answer, I can. You can put your comments, and I can answer if I know the answer, of course. So thank you for watching, and have a nice day, and we'll see you guys with the part 2, and bye bye for now.